Alright, this is another example of implicit differentiation. This time I want to find dx dt of this function right here that looks like it could have come from the law of cosines. So to do that, I need to differentiate everything with respect to t, starting over here. Nothing in 9 varies with respect to t, so that's just 0. Nothing in the 4 varies with respect to t, so we don't have to worry about that. The x does possibly vary with respect to t, so we have to take the derivative there, use the chain rule, dx dt, minus 8 times this thing right here, which we're going to have to use the product rule and everything else. So the first one is with respect to x, so the derivative of this part times this part, so the derivative of this is just 1, but we need to use the chain rule, dx dt, cosine theta, leave that part alone, and the other piece of the product rule is this part left alone, x, and the derivative of this, negative sine theta d theta dt. T because theta might vary with respect to t. Alright, now I'm going to clean all this up. 0 is equal to 2x dx dt minus, let's see, I'm going to leave my x out here. Well, yeah, minus 8 dx dt cosine theta. And this is going to be plus 8x sine theta d theta dt. Now that I have all these, I'm going to write all my dx dt's on one side. Starting with this one, I'm going to divide everything by 2 to reduce a little bit. I have 4 cosine theta dx dt minus 2x dx dt. That should be a t right here. I'll write it a little more clearly. Alright, then the only thing left on this side, this should also just be 1 because I divided everything by 2. Left on this side, I divide this by 2 and I have 4x sine theta. 4x sine theta d theta dt. Now, if I factor out and divide, if I factor them out, I'll just have 4 cosine theta minus x left over here. So dx dt, and then I'm going to divide this side by the factor, is equal to 4x sine theta over this stuff. 4 cosine theta minus x. And the d theta dt. There we go. We've solved for dx dt with implicit differentiation. Thank you, and let me know what you want to see next.